We're just getting started here.
We are today. It's going to be a fun podcast. We have some stories to tell from our week, some stories to read that we've written in the past,
Oh, yeah, I
um,
forgot about that part. I need to bring that up.
some music to share, and a fun topic to debate today. Um, yeah, that was about it. Oh, I wanted to mention something while we're leading into our main conversation. The second season of the revival of King of the Hill just came out.
The second season of the revival of King of the Hill?
Yeah, so it's still within the canon. It's the 15th season now of the show, but this is the second season. It's been on Hulu when it came back.
Oh, okay. I
King
have
of the Hill
never,
is an epic. No, if you haven't watched it, you've got to watch it. You have Hulu,
I do not
don't
have
you?
Hulu, but I also, I, I saw bits and pieces of it, and I'm like, I didn't
King of
like
the
it.
Hill. It's a smart show. Like they really
Ah,
they're not glorifying like that redneck life. They're kind of like they're making fun of it.
yeah, I know, but I just like, it
It
still
was
just annoys me. I don't
it,
know. I
it's
just
from the
didn't.
same it's from the same creator of the movie oh my God, what am I thinking? The one that we all meme, with the wrestler president, and Luke Wilson as the normal guy, but he's smart in the future because everybody else is dumb. Idiocracy. There we go. Thank you.
Oh, I haven't seen it.
There's a lot you missed out on. Okay. Well, anyway, I think since people are still coming in, I think we should start by let me read the news story that I brought today because this one's kind of funny.
Oh, okay.
So this one is the title in LGBTQ Nation is called GOP mocked for claiming Olive Garden never-ending pasta pass justifies their voter suppression bill. If your argument depends on comparing voting to unlimited breadsticks, maybe it isn't as strong as you think. While defending the GOP SAVE Act, which would disenfranchise millions of voters, including many transgender Americans, House Majority Leader Steve Scalise, a Republican Louisiana, said there is nothing wrong with strict voter ID laws since you even need an ID to utilize Olive Garden's never-ending pasta pass. Nowadays, if you want to go to Olive Garden and get unlimited pasta, you got to show a picture ID. This isn't complicated stuff. Another Republican used the exact same argument yesterday. Heck, you even need to present a photo ID to utilize the Olive Garden's never-ending pasta pass, said Republican from North Carolina, Representative Virginia Fox.
Is that true?
Then what you yeah you have to show your ID, but that's only because it's like they don't that you can't extend the pasta pass to your to your family members or like friends. All
Oh,
of so it does indeed. I was about to read that. Does indeed it require an ID for that since the pass is non-transferable, but there are a number of reasons the comparison would fail. For one, the Save America Act would not simply require a photo ID. It would mandate that every U.S. voter either present their birth certificate or U.S. passport as proof of registration or citizenship to register to vote. An estimated 146 million Americans don't have a passport, while many others, transgender people, married women, and same sex couples among them, do not have a birth certificate that matches their current name. Many on social media pointed out the many reasons why Republicans should stop leaning on Olive Garden to prove the validity of the SAVE Act. Do I need a passport, birth certificate, marriage certificate? Pretty sure Olive Garden isn't worried about my right to be in the country. And then there's just a bunch of like tweets in here that are referenced to why it's so
hmm.
stupid. But that was it. That was the story. I want to talk about this a little bit because it's kind of funny.
That's
Um,
crazy.
they don't have anything to argue for this thing, and they want to make it look like to their base that they're actually trying to just make it to where illegals don't vote, but illegals don't vote to begin with. And I don't like calling them illegals because they're not illegal. Nobody's illegal. These people they're undocumented, yes, but imagine if you were forced to move to a country. Like, I'm not saying like I support breaking a country's laws, but I mean, if you make them as hard as the United States to surpass, it's enabled or in order to get in, I mean, those rules were meant to be broken. And I mean, pasta, come on. The best thing you have to come up with right now is Olive Garden's revamped Pasta Pass after 6 years. Like, yes, we're all excited Olive Garden got the unlimited pasta back, but this is stupid. This is stupid. Then they're distracting us with this bullshit.
Well, that's kind of their MO, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
Distraction.
Uh,
I wanted to
deflecting
say
distraction.
hello to Ant. Hello, Ant C. I just discovered him last couple weeks ago, maybe. But
I stumbled upon a creator that you follow that isn't the most wholesome recently.
the most wholesome. Oh. Well, there are probably several of those.
Well, no,
Which one are
I
you?
caught one. It showed me that you follow them.
Oh yeah. Which one?
Mm. Somebody who frequently shows men's butts.
Oh well, that's still not narrowing it down.
Mm. I don't remember the name of the page. I just saw that Brandon Elrich subscribed, and I was like, "Oh, I'm
Yeah,
not such a pervert after all."
there's a whole like subset of substacks that have that show artful nudity.
Oh, that wasn't artful. That wasn't
It's
artful.
yeah, sure. It's everything is art to somebody.
What is this pervy art?
Well, it doesn't have
I'm
to be
I'm
perfect.
teasing. That was fine. Um. So I'm gonna read my story first, the one that I wrote. It was a few months ago. On Medium. Sorry, I'm eating. I was having lunch as we were starting. Um, so I eat a few times while I'm reading. I need to keep my blood sugar up. All right, this story is called. It's in the Creative Collective publication. It's called "A Right Wing Facebook Friend Who Likes to Fight." He makes unverifiable statements, and then when you present reasonable counterpoints to them, he goads you. Oh, the first question I would ask this guy in real life if he's looking for a fight. Does he really believe what he's peddling? Question you might be asking me at this point is, why do I still have this guy on my page? I don't have a good answer for you, to be honest. A few times he's come onto my wall and tried to start shit with me and some of my more progressive and left-leaning friends. We don't engage him usually, with a couple of exceptions. For starters, I have nothing fundamentally against someone just because they disagree with me politically. He's a right-wing guy that I randomly met in an argument thread one day on an online group. He lives across the country from me, and he's always got some interesting or provocative things to say that fascinated me at first. Most of the time, I either disagree or refrain from responding to him. I don't like to start shit. It's just not in my DNA. There are times though when he's what he's saying is so incomprehensible or rage baiting, I try to come back at him with facts and logic, not emotions. When I respond to him, it's respectfully. I don't like people treating me disrespectfully, even online, so I try not to do that to others. I posted very specific and detailed facts that counter the very right wing points he's made in many of his posts about about a lot of things. Without giving too many examples, he largely posts a lot about the current Trump administration and culture wars. I usually don't care about these things, given that none of the culture war stuff is that interesting to me, and it's way too overblown by the right wing of the country. I also know that whether the current administration is doing will have some future repercussions, and I don't need to hear anyone glorifying any of these actions. At the end of the day, I want to live my life, be left alone, and not have anyone tell me how great a person or an administration is with little to no factual context. As with most people who post this stuff, he's very stubborn and very argumentative. I've seen the comments people have made in his posts, which seem reasonable, and fight against his ignorance all the time. They either end up blocking him, getting goaded into a long argument with him, or getting blocked by him. I've somehow managed to stay out of those categories. I like to think of myself as more of an observer. I'm observing his feelings, behaviors, and thoughts around his worldview. I want to understand what it's like to be a modern right winger without heavily judging him publicly. But I watch him fight like constantly with everyone who doesn't agree with his line of thinking. Or even worse, when somebody doesn't want to side with red or blue, he'll goad them in an argument some other way. Oh, you're an independent? You're dumb. This government is out to get you, or something like that. I won't even begin to claim that I fully understand this guy's deal. For me, it seems like more it seems more like entertainment, allows me to get outside my echo chamber and just watch, and most of the time not engage with this blatant rage baiting nonsense. Most smart people have abandoned Facebook a long time ago. I'm getting a check from Facebook in the settlement that just cleared appeals after 2 years of litigation, so I really just stayed for the money and the promise of promoting my writing, which I stopped doing altogether on the platform. It is times like this, though, where I don't see why there are so very few people left even going there. I don't post on Facebook anymore. I did a few times in the last couple of months, but stopped because the engagement isn't anywhere near what it used to be, unless you're like this guy. I refuse to be this guy. I will mostly take the high road when given the opportunity. People like this confuse me, but they also enlighten me to the ignorance and failure of our system to help determine the difference between fact and fiction and whether we should be angry, sad, or something else. Maybe he's just doing this because of the algorithm. We're all being manipulated by it. It's just a matter of how much we let it penetrate our worldview and allow us to have these extreme emotions that make us seem childish, unreasonable, and uneducated. At the end of the day, I think it should be on the platform's responsibility to moderate and have some sort of accountability for the factual accuracy of the claims being made. There was a time they were trying to do that, but then it was met with an outcry from the public, particularly from the right side that this guy is meant that it comes from. I think when you really look at it, whether you're left, right, or center, you should, above all else, understand and defend the truth instead of making everyone else around you question how intelligent or mature you are. If you're not about the truth and just want to piss people off, I think you should just admit it. The world doesn't need that energy. I certainly don't ever give off that energy, and something should be done to cool that energy off, because the world is a lot better when when we reach common ground based on evidence and facts instead of trying to argue each other based on our own worldview that may not necessarily be shaped by facts. That would bring this hyper polarized society back to what's important: fixing real issues instead of fighting pretend ones like culture wars, and also fighting pretend people who just want to spar and start shit. All right, thoughts, Brandon?
Well, yeah. I don't tend to fight with people online. I think it's pointless. And
Mhm.
especially when you go to their page or whatever and you see what they're about, you kind of, I think you kind of know, like, whether you can have an intelligent conversation with somebody or not.
Yeah,
They kind of reveal who they really are.
they show their ass early. Yeah.
Yeah. And there was that quote by, I think it was, I think it might have been Oprah, who said, if when people show you who they are, believe them.
Believe them. Mhm.
Yeah.
All right. Well, do you have a story that you want to read to us, and then we could do a brief little blurb about it after?
I have one. So I wrote, the one that I published yesterday was about my trip to Oklahoma.
Yeah, I saw that one.
And then, so in that, I inserted a link to one about camping. It's called "Camping with a City Girl is an Adventure of Its Own."
Wait, was that title was that a pun?
I don't know. I'm not.
Oklahoma was just okay.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Because I'm like, okay is the state's initials.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I did
Yeah.
that on purpose.
Okay.
Yeah, because and well, I mean, it was a double meaning because Oklahoma was it was basically it was just okay. I mean, there wasn't a lot there, and
Well, I
I'm
mean,
sure there's
yeah.
more stuff there that you could find there. That's kind of the way it is everywhere. I mean, you can always find cool stuff to do in any state, probably, but
Well, you put the you specifically because you're so gay. You put the MO in Missouri.
that's right. I'm a
You're
I'm a Mo
you're a
in
spicy Mo.
Missouri,
You're a spicy apostrophe MO.
right?
All right, let's read this.
But
Uh,
part of our
yeah.
part of our trip to Oklahoma was staying in a tent It was more of a
Yeah.
glamping
Yeah.
experience because the tent had an air conditioner and chairs, and you could stand up in it and had a bed on
And
a
you had
frame and stuff like
electricity.
this.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. There was electricity and all that. So it was, I would definitely consider that more glamping. But anyway, I've written this, I guess I wrote this, oh, almost a year ago. This was published August of last year.
Oh.
But so I decided to tag this in my post because it has to do with camping. So this one's called "Camping with the City Girl is an Adventure of Its Own." I may be gay, but the sounds and presence of wildlife don't concern me unless we're talking about a spider. If I wake up to see one of those eight-legged freaks next to my face, I'll screech like a banshee. For someone who isn't used to roughing it, the elements of nature can be rather disconcerting. Nevertheless, my city dwelling friend insisted on taking a short, much shorter than planned, camping trip. After our traditional cookout over an open flame, we secured ourselves inside the tent. It went just about as I expected. What was that? I don't know. There's something out there. Probably. What is it? I don't know. A raccoon, maybe? A possum? Ow! Are those dogs? No, coyotes. Coyotes? Howling continues. It sounds like a lot of them. They can make it sound like it's more than one. They're liars. I heard of a girl who's killed by a pack of coyotes. Maybe. She was hiking alone in the woods. She shouldn't have done that. She was really small. Appetizer. Bad idea. They could rip right through this tent. They probably won't. Probably. Most likely. Twig breaks. What was that? It sounded close. It could be a deer. With antlers? Maybe. I've heard of a deer attacking people. Not very often. But it happens. Sometimes. Just don't go out there wearing your Ugg boots. Why? It may have been a relative. Could it be a bear? Possibly. Are there bears in this state? I've heard of a few sightings. Here? Well, not in this specific area, but not too far away. Have you seen one? Not yet. What if there's one around? What if he comes up to the tent? Don't invite him in. I have to pee. Hmm. Probably should have done that while the fire was still going. Why? Never mind. You'll be fine. Take a flashlight. Then they'll see me. They'll see you anyway. Animals can see in the dark. Will the flashlight scare them away? Sure. What if I see something? Yell at it. Yell at it? Yeah, wave your hands around, make noises, and shine the flashlight in its face. They don't like that? Nobody likes a flashlight in their face. What if I make it mad? Nah, it'll be scared and run away. Zipper opens. Leave the door open in case I need to run it back in. Okay. Blah! Did you see something? No, just making sure. Blah 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 blah. Crickets chirping. Babbling begins again and grows louder. I'm back. I heard. Zipper closes. Did you see anything? There were two glowing eyes. Big or little? I don't know. They were close together. Did it come after you? No, but it was staring at me. Thank God you survived. I won't be able to sleep now. Do you want to sleep in the car? Yes. Anyway, that's the end. If you enjoy listening to my podcast episode, reading my article, oh yeah, this is just into the post thing. That was the end of it. The end.
Nice. Your friend is easily frightened. And you
Yeah.
seem to be very just calm about it all. Like just what happens will happen. That's
I mean,
awesome. But
when you grow up in the country in a rural area, you kind of get used to like coyotes howling and the owls and whatever else, and it's just I don't know. It's there's still I guess there's still a possibility of danger, but
Yeah.
when
They're
you've
more afraid
lived
they're more
this,
afraid of you than you are of
yeah,
them.
usually, yeah,
Um, but the thing is, so I saw a coyote really close. It was a coyote and a deer. So I was hiking by myself. I know you said not to do that. But I was hiking by myself. It was through the trees at a campground we were at in a state park. And I was taking trash out. So I had trash in my arms. I had two bags of trash, and a coyote and a deer were near me. The coyote looked like it was coming because it smelled my trash.
yeah.
I'm like, oh shit, I gotta run. So when the coyote came into view, I barked a little. I was like, "Rawr, rawr," and like scared it away a little. But then like it ran across the other side, and then the deer followed it. Or no, it was chasing after the deer, and the deer went first.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So I think it was more. I think it wanted the deer more than the trash.
Well, yeah, live prey. I guess that would make sense.
Yeah, but I got to the dumpster safely, threw that shit away, and then ran through that path again because I figured if it had already crossed the path, I was focused on getting the deer, so I could just get at a window just to run through there really quick.
I have heard of stories where a pack of coyotes have killed people before,
Well,
but
yeah, you're probably fucking with one of the coyotes. Like, if people are fucking with a coyote, what do you expect?
well, there was
Yesterday,
one.
yeah, go
There
ahead.
was well, like I mentioned in this post, even though the post was satire, that this part was real. There was a girl who was hiking in the woods, and she was killed by a pack
Mhm.
of coyotes. And of course, she was by herself, and she was kind of small. And but yeah,
So you as the main character, this is we're seeing this through your eyes because you're in the scene. I was thinking, so I do Duolingo every day, right? So I'm doing like 60 to 90 minutes a day, and there's a point here. So I'm incorporating the fact that there's a character in Duolingo called Lily, who's this like kind of like this goth girl who likes to wear all black and she has purple hair, but she's not scared of anything. So you came off to me as Lily, like Lily isn't scared of anything. So like
oh
that's
yeah,
you, that's Brandon. Brandon isn't scared of anything. He just
yeah.
brushes it off. It's just life.
I could scare him.
You could scare him, yeah. You probably could. You're a menacing motherfucker, Mike. Um. Anyway. Yeah. No, I like that story. That was fun. It's satirical but fun and true. Um. You want to share our music picks really quick because I listened to the whole playlist before we started.
Oh,
Um.
I did not. I've been busy the last couple of days with my freelance stuff. There have been projects that are available, so I need to take advantage of them when they're
Yeah,
first
when
come
they're
first
hot.
serve. So,
When they're hot,
but now,
get them while they're
yeah,
hot.
yeah, I haven't listened to any. I don't even know what your list was. So go ahead and tell us what your list was.
Okay, so for me, the first song is "If It Hadn't Been for Love" by the Steel Drivers. Second song is "Slow Burn" by Casey Musgraves. The third
Hmm.
song is "The Joke" by Brandy Carlisle. Fourth, "Fight" by the Alabama Shakes. And the fifth song is Paolo Nutini's "Last Request." So that was my playlist. And then I'm gonna read off the ones that you gave me that I put into the playlist. Number 6 is "I Knew It, I Knew You" from Toy Story 5 by Taylor Swift. Dracula, Tame Impala, or Dracula by Tame Impala.
Yeah.
Rush by Troy Sivan. Lunch by Billie Eilish. So she's saying about eating something I could eat her for lunch.
Yeah.
I laughed at that because I'm thinking, is she talking about like having some Taco Tuesday moments here? Like, is she getting down with like eating the girl for lunch? Like, I don't know. I don't know what that song was about, but I think maybe she's talking about fighting a girl, but I don't
It's
know.
about jealousy.
Yeah,
That's
but
what it is about. Eating her for lunch because she wants.
she wanted to eat.
There's tons of songs like
She want to eat her fish taco. Oh, I'm sorry, that was bad. Drop Dead by I love Drop Dead. Do you know that Drop Dead and it wasn't Drop Dead, it was Vampire. So the song Vampire by Olivia Rodrigo, if you listen to that side by side with The Joke by Brandy Carlisle, uses the same like musicality, like the
Oh,
backing.
chord progression.
Olivia Rodrigo
No,
better
it's
than Taylor Swift.
but yeah, she is. But Olivia Rodrigo said that she was inspired by Brandy and Carlisle, so she actually knows that.
Oh
She knows
yeah,
that that
okay,
song has sampled the joke or whatever. But she says
yeah.
that Brandy Carlisle would be her ideal like collaboration. So I thought that was really cool. I was like, oh, she loves Brandy Carlisle, and I already love fucking Olivia Rodrigo, and she's one of the few representatives of my people, half Filipino, half white, that are currently in like the spotlight. So I mean, I gotta represent for my half Filipino singer. I'm gonna call her my people. Wait, what does it say? Just remember the rules of the trail, and women are respectful, scared of men. Yeah. Oh, I'm scared of men too. Shit. Men are scary. No, men are scary for real. But women can be scary too. Like
My mom.
oh my God. Let's not go there, Mike. We don't have enough time in this podcast. Um uh yeah, yeah, no, his mom is pretty scary. I think we should okay, so we got those the playlist down and it's available on Substack, so you can see that on my wall. I thought I didn't add yours, but it just added it. You had to refresh it after a while to see it.
Oh, okay.
So both of our songs, or all 10 of the songs are on there. So anyone who wants to see what we've been listening to lately can go on Substack and read that. Um, Now it's time to tell our stories from the week, and I'm gonna let you start. So let's hear it, and then I'm gonna do my little summary.
Well, on Saturday, I went with my friend Allie to a church. Um, they were having um, they didn't really title it, but it was basically an art get together kind of thing. We went and there were like different tables set up. One table they were doing like collages, like using magazine clippings and stuff like that. And then somebody had watercolors at one, and um, I can't remember. There's one or two other tables, but we brought our own supplies. I had some acrylic paint and some brushes, so I brought that with me and shared it with the people who were there, and we had a lot of fun. It was cool, and I posted a note. Oh, I should have brought my creations in here to show on video. I didn't even think about that.
Oh, that would have been nice.
I mean, I could go get them, but
Is your tie dye shirt part of that art stuff?
no. But so we did that on Saturday, and then Saturday night, Allie came back to my house, and we watched movies and stuff. And then the next day, we were still in the kind of art mood, and she had bought this kit. I guess you can buy tie dye kits or whatever, and she'd had it for a while. I think she had done some tie dye with some of it already, but she had a bunch that were not used yet. And so she brought that over, and we went to Marshall's. Are you? I don't know how
Mm-hmm.
are you
Marshall's
familiar
is
with
nationwide.
Marshalls or
Yeah.
TJ Maxx? Okay, yeah. I didn't know if it was like a kind of a regional thing or not, but
Marshalls and TJ Maxx
anyway,
nationwide. Yeah.
okay. Well, they have a lot of pretty good deals like on clothes and stuff like that. You can get them fairly cheap. So we went there to look for stuff to tie dye, and I found this white button up shirt, and I had a pair of white shorts that I had accidentally mixed in with some other colored stuff, and I guess there was something red in there that hadn't been washed before, and so it bled. So my shorts kind of turned a light pink. It wasn't like pink, but it was like enough that it was noticeable, at least to me. I was like, I don't want to wear these anymore. They're like, so but I kept them. I wasn't going to throw them away. So
Pink shorts,
anyway,
I'd
I
be
was like,
rocking those.
I might as well well, they weren't like pink. They were just a barely faded pink. So it looks like, they were obviously washed with something red. They weren't like intentionally made pink. So it's just like, I don't know. They just look kind of weird. but I kept them anyway. So anyway, I was like, well, I might as well just tie dye those since I'm not wearing them and they're pretty much white. So that's what I did. And this, I'll stand up and show you. But so this is the white shirts and the white shorts that are now tie dyed.
Go back.
What?
Turn around one more time and just stay there for about 5 seconds. No, the other way. Ooh la la.
Right.
Sorry guys. I was gonna say that one of the members of the audience told you to put your button down one to let one more button down, but that was actually just me.
Right. I was gonna say I have the chat up so I can see that nobody said that.
Okay, hold on.
Right.
See, somebody said it now. You have to do it.
Yeah, I see it. I mean, usually I don't have it. I mean, I could button it up to there, but anyway.
It's summer. It's hot.
So, and I wore my little, I don't know if you can see them, but they're kind of rainbow tie-dye looking earrings to match the outfit.
Mhm.
And actually, when you said, you mentioned something about wearing the outfit, and I already had it on when I read that note. I was like, well, that's kind of funny.
Should I
So,
summarize what you did now, or are you still going? Because
no, I think that was it. We just did the tie-dye, and that was, oh, one other thing. So we went to Pizza Hut because I had a coupon, buy one, get one free thing. So, um, our server there, she was like, I didn't know, neither of us knew her or anything. She was like telling us all this kind of personal stuff. Like, have you ever met somebody, a stranger that was just like an oversharer, where they just like tell you all kinds of crazy, personal details about their life? She
Mhm.
was like that kind of person. And I was like, you don't know what to say sometimes when they're sharing this stuff. And like, okay. Like, it was a little weird, but anyway,
Mhm.
yeah, that's the end. Go ahead.
Okay, so you went to you went to you went to do some art with your friend. Um, later in the week while you were still inspired by art, you put your MAGA hat in the laundry with your shorts,
Oh, oh no.
and they turned pink, so you tie-dyed them. Um,
Keep going. I can still hear you.
and then something about Marshalls. Yeah, that's all I know. Marshalls.
Oh, I thought you were going to take longer than that. I was going to get my other. Oh, there it is. I found it.
Your MAGA hat?
Marshalls. Now,
Yeah.
that's all right. So I made two things. This is just a little simple one.
That's cute. That looks like Zach.
Yeah. So it's just
It's
a
a silhouette.
minimalistic,
Yeah.
yeah,
Kind of like a
and
silhouette
on
of a
black,
cat. That's why
little
I said
black
Zach.
canvas.
That's why I
Yeah.
said Zach. Yeah.
And then this is my other one.
That's cute. Aw. I like the way you arrange the colors. Meow. Meow is right, Jill Branton.
Yep.
Meow.
So
Mhm.
yeah, there we
Yeah,
go.
no, that's fun. That's fun art. You're an
Yeah.
artist. I mean, in the truest sense of the word, you like to sing, you like to draw, paint.
Yeah.
You do little
I've,
details on your eggs when they do the egg
oh,
coloring.
yes. Yes.
I remembered
Yes.
that with you, So and Beth. That
Yeah.
was
That was our
fun.
time to die.
I love when you collaborate with them and do stuff like that. That's fun.
Well, she was just
Um,
talking about us doing another one and maybe doing a cooking thing together. So
that'd be fun. That'd be fun. Do that. I would like to watch that. Now let's get to the story of the week for me. I mean, it was kind of boring this week, but I can tell you what happened. So let's see. When did we move? We moved on Monday. So Monday, that was not this week, but last week. I don't know if I told this story yet. This was from last week on Monday, but probably didn't mention it. We went to this chain, a grocery store that's available in Ohio. I don't know if it goes beyond Ohio, but I know it's definitely just Ohio. I mean, at the very least, because the headquarters are there. But Sparkle Market,
Sparkle
yeah,
Market. No,
that's
I haven't heard of
Ohio.
that one.
So we got to the parking lot, and remember, I'm still in crutches, so Mike has to go in and look for one of those motorized scooters for me to get on, so I can
Oh,
go to the store with him.
yeah.
But he couldn't find it. He's like, that there aren't any. So at first we thought maybe, oh, well, they don't somebody's using their only one if they only had one. So we go in and I use my crutches again, and I'm like, oh God, we're gonna have to go to the customer service desk and ask them. So I'm lumbering my way over there. I said, where can we get one of those scooters so that I don't have to stand up in the store or like use my crutches to get around? And they said, oh, we don't have the motorized ones, but we do have the one that either you can push yourself or that somebody can push you in. It was a
Uh,
wheelchair.
oh, I was gonna say I haven't seen a cart that you. I don't.
It's literally a
So,
wheelchair with a cart on it, so that
oh,
so
okay.
that they pass the ADA standard.
Oh, I see. I
But the
see.
the weight limit's 250 on those things, and I'm 300, so it's like a little uncomfortable. I'm like, oh my God, so what am I gonna do? Well, I get on it, and Mike's pushing me around. He's like, you're not that heavy. You don't feel that heavy to push around. It's fine. I'm getting you around easily. So we went through the store, getting stuff, including the birthday cake I got for Mike, the cheesecake I mentioned last week,
Cheesecake. Yeah.
the strawberry cheesecake. We finished it on his birthday, but we started it on Monday. So we ate cheesecake over 4 days. Um, and then let's see, after that, we got to camp, set up like we normally do. Some guy next to us, this older guy, brought over some firewood for us, which was really nice. He said, "Do you guys like fires?" Like, sure. And then we bought some sausages with that as well, so we could put like sausages on the fire and we're gonna make like chili cheese hot dogs. So that'll be fun. Using like the Johnsonville sausages. Those are
Hmm.
delicious. Let's see what else happened to me this week. I mean, a lot of little things happened in the margins, but nothing I can really find interesting. I mean, it was Mike's birthday. We all knew that. Um, Still not walking. It's been 60 days as of today, which is 2 months now. It's a while. That's a while. Um, that's about it. I mean, do you want to summarize what I just said?
Yeah. So, you got all sparkly in a market, and you ran over a cheesecake with your wheelchair,
Mhm.
and a guy offered you his wood, and
Uh-huh.
you took his sausage,
Mhm.
his Johnson.
Mhm.
That's about it, I think.
Yeah, it tasted good. It was sweaty though. It was a little sweaty. It was hot that day.
Yeah.
You got it. Yeah. um, I like that. Well, let's go ahead and do our two sides now. You came up with a really good subject this week, and I really want to talk about it. Um, so the topic you brought up to me this week, which I was all like, oh my God, I want to argue one side, but I was like, I'll take the harder side because I feel like if I can come up with some strong arguments with the counter debate, that I won't feel so underwater with this one. So the debate is surrounding straight actors playing queer roles. So uh, you're gonna go ahead and argue against straight actors playing queer roles. I'm arguing for that. And again, I want to disclaimer this before we start.
Yeah.
These two sides aren't necessarily which side we agree with and that we're arguing. We're just arguing for both sides. So
Yeah.
it's not like I am for straight actors playing queer characters and Brandon is against that. It may be more nuanced than that, or we may both be on the same side of the argument. I'll ask you off camera, but I'll tell you what I am.
I don't mind. I mean, I don't mind talking about it after we're done, but I'll
Okay.
save that. So or do you want me to do?
Yeah, you'll start.
Uh, okay. So my argument is that straight actors should not play queer characters in movies and shows because there was such a long time where queer actors were not comfortable coming out. Most actors had to stay in the closet, or they would lose roles. They wouldn't get offers and stuff. And but now that it's more accepted, and of there's a limited number of queer actors and gay and trans actors, that whenever there is a role that is a queer or trans character in a show or movie, that should be offered by a queer or trans actor. And I think it's only fair because, like I said, there's just been so long that they couldn't do it, and there's so much competition. There are so many straight actors. We shouldn't be uh, excluding trans and gay actors from playing the roles that they were born to play, basically.
Mm,
How's that?
okay. Um, First thing I want to say before I uh, defend the side that I'm defending, which is supporting straight actors playing queer characters, including, I mean, you said queer and trans. I'm putting that all together.
Yeah.
Um, but my first thing is they're actors. The key and the key word there is actor. They're playing something outside of themselves. So if we limit somebody's sexuality, which may not be public still to this day, to the role that they're supposed to play, like straight, gay, bi, whatever, trans, then we're limiting. Well, we may be unknowingly limiting somebody who actually could like secretly identify that way, but they want to play that out in real life and play that on the screen. An example of this was Kit Connor from the show Heartstopper. So he was in that role. You know, that's a queer role. He was aggressively accused of being queer baiting by fans until he felt pressured to publicly come out as bisexual before he was even ready to.
Mm,
Um, if we allow straight people, you know, straight identifying individuals to play queer characters, we may be protecting them against forced outing. So, like, we might be saying if they're seen as a straight actor playing in a gay role, they can freely express that and also be an actor at the same time, like acting into that role. Maybe that might have been something that they want to explore before they are ready to come out. Another thing is the funding and visibility for queer stories. When an A-list box office name wants to greenlight a budget and they put in a complex queer role and get it distributed globally and seen by mainstream audiences. For example, the good one I can think of is Love, Simon. Nick Robinson is straight, but he has a gay brother.
Oh yeah, that's cute.
That was a really cute story that I heard about him wanting to get into the role, to offer more representation for people like his brother, which I thought was really sweet. Also, then it would avoid we would avoid putting reciprocal limitations on queer actors. So we're telling queer actors don't play straight characters because we're not letting straight actors play queer characters. So we're kind of throwing a double standard out there in that respect. And also there's fluidity in casting, fluidity in sexuality. There's some of these straight actors that we're calling straight may have some queer sides to them or whatever, and they might be embracing that, but also the community. And I think when a role is well written and a story is well written, we shouldn't limit those roles to just to people who are publicly identified with that identity. Um, but I did want to mention one more thing that kind of could play to either one of our sides. Felicity Huffman's role as Brie Osborne in the 2005 film Transamerica was a monumental role. It was a cis straight woman playing a woman who was a preoperative trans woman is what they called it back then. She was getting ready to get the operation to become a woman. Well, I mean, she was a woman already, so that's why it hasn't aged well because once she identified as a woman, she was a woman, but in the story she was preoperative, so I think they were suggesting that you had to get the operation to be fully realized as a
Mm.
woman. But and today we view this role as more like trans face, like practice that denies trans actors employment reinforces a harmful misconception that trans women are simply cis women or men wearing elaborate makeup and costumes, which definitely isn't true. But it was a progressive milestone for 2005, that movie. Um, there are some things about that role that were a little problematic, but there are some good things about that role as well. Despite the casting issues, several modern trans film critics note that Hoffman's acting choices actually capture a real psychological reality of early transition. Her hyper rigid, overtly deliberate presentation of femininity mirrors the exhausting performance many trans women engage in when trying to pass safely in an unforgiving world. A deep self consciousness. Huffman actively avoided playing Brie as a caricature. She captured the character's internal stiffness and profound vocal anxiety with a tenderness that remains emotionally moving, even if the structural package of the film feels dated. So that's something I wanted to throw out at the end. Oh, Shayla said that's a really good argument I hadn't thought of. Nice. Okay. So now that we got that out of the way, I think we both did really well on the debate there.
Yeah.
The audience can decide who who won that. There's no winners here. We're just presenting both
Right.
sides of the argument. But yeah. Um, let's see. Well, this is usually we're within the last 10 minutes of the thing. We just kind of like start wrapping up and just have like little conversation here and there. Maybe even engage with the audience a bit if they have any. Oh, the fan mail. That's right. I was like, wait a second. We are missing
Oh,
something. Yeah, I have some questions from this week, and you never should have said anything because I'm still getting some pretty like crazy questions. Hang on. Oh my god. Um, I'm looking for where I put that because I totally forgot about that. I had a couple of questions.
yes.
I'm finding
Oh, and by the way,
them.
if you're in the audience and you want to submit any questions that we'll answer next week, you can do that. You can DM. I don't know if you have your DMs open or not, but mine are, so you can
Mine
DM
are too.
me or whatever. Okay.
I have two questions this week. I'm trying to find them. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. So, as a gay person, how do you find a balance between protecting your private life and being open about your identity in the public eye?
For me, I don't like most people I know don't even know that I have a Substack or anything because they're not like my family and stuff. They it's not a place that they would come and read stuff,
Mhm.
So it's like I'm not really worried about that.
You're not
Um,
worried they'll find you since you're using your name and everything?
not really. I mean, because my my family they just don't. They're on Facebook, um, but Yeah, I don't. They might find it, but I'm not really that worried about it. Um, so yeah, I just write whatever I want. And oh, Ben says electric zebra fetish.
No, this is not Mad Libs. Although me and you should do a Mad Libs at some point, Brandon. I think that would be hilarious.
I didn't do one this past Sunday.
I would totally make yours just it would be wild. Um yeah. I'm gonna answer this question now too. So because at first I did actually put my name out there. So when I first got on Medium, my full legal name was on Medium. Um and I was like, I don't know how good of an idea this is because like I'm already out as being gay and stuff. And if you went on like one of those search sites to look for people's information and stuff, you'd find me. So I was a little worried that people were gonna like if I had a bad opinion and somebody didn't like it, that they would find me and well, I'd get doxxed and then I'd get threatened. And I didn't like that. So I changed it and used my high school nickname that actually Kiki Walter, who's a writer on Substack and Medium, actually encouraged me to do. So when I started using my high school nickname in that group when I was an editor for her 4 years ago, everybody just called me Sturge. And I liked it. I was like, oh, Sturge. And then I added the writes it down when I moved to Substack and then rebranded everything to that on Medium and YouTube.
Yeah.
So now everything on Medium, YouTube, and Substack are uniform instead of being different. So I'm just Sturge writes it down. I'm not I'm not you can still find out who I am online through my stories and stuff because I have put my name in there. But I try to stay out of like the very controversial stuff. Although I've had my fair share of some deserved targets. Trump, Elon Musk, Tesla.
Fuck Moss.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I've written about these people in a not very favorable light, and I have gotten some hate for that. Um, but I'm telling the truth, so at the end of the day, I don't really care. I'm on the right side of history. Um, but yeah, when it comes down to it, I think balancing my identity and the public knowledge of me, I think I've found a way to do that by writing under a pen name. And I think people should
Yeah.
do that if they feel like that could happen to them. So Brandon, that's a suggestion for you, I guess. No. No, you have Humor and Hummus. That's one of your publications now.
Yeah.
You changed
Yeah.
it from Brandon Ulrich to So Gay.
I changed my publication name.
Yeah,
I don't
so
know
we're
if,
gonna do that at the end. You'll have to say
yeah,
that at the end. I'm Brandon Ulrich of Humor and Hummus, something like
right.
that. Let me read the second question, then we'll. Okay, what strategies do you use to maintain your mental health and to maintain your mental health when facing online negativity or systemic prejudice? Oh, that's a good question. So this question is basically asking how do you preserve your mental health when being in these online spaces?
I mean, I don't feel like it's any different. I don't think it's specific to online spaces. For me, it doesn't like I'm not like more affected by online spaces than I am in my real life. So I think protecting my mental health is just kind of an overall thing.
Mhm.
But um, so basically, I kind of have learned how to recognize signs of depression when they start to come up.
Yeah.
Because it used to be where I would get depressed and I wouldn't know why, where it
Mhm.
started or whatever. Because a lot of times with depression, you might have something might happen that's very small, or you have a really an initial thought that isn't that bad, but you start to ruminate on it, and it kind of builds, and you get to the point of full out depression. By that time, you have forgotten like where you started with this small tiny thought, that probably didn't really mean anything. if you could have stopped it at that thought, you would have prevented the full on depression. So
Exactly.
I'm better at recognizing smaller signs and stopping them.
So I've suffered greatly with my mental health for a long time. When I see negativity or like things like that online, I've found the most creative way to overcome it these days is to write about it, like I did in that story I wrote, or the one I read today, the right wing friend who likes to fight.
Yeah.
Making observations about things I see online and understanding the why and some of the mechanics behind it helps me take on that negativity a little less because I'm a pretty empathetic person. I take on a lot of the feelings around me.
Yeah.
So I can get really dark in a moment's notice. Like if I find something that's just really disturbing online, I'll sit on it for a while and it won't be good. But what I've found is when people try to bring the negative attacks directly towards me, I've been able being online for 5 years now and writing all this stuff and just I guess being battle tested, having these comments come in from people who are either in bad faith or genuinely believe what they believe, and I have to come back with something. And if you're going to come at me with that kind of energy, sometimes I mean, I like to take the high road, but sometimes I'll just come in and say something that you're not expecting. And I'll just slap you in the face, even if it's online, digitally. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
See, these questions weren't too bad this week, but I'm like, don't say anything next time. Just be like, let's go ahead and limit it to stuff that we can say on this podcast without getting a slap from your boyfriend who is looking directly at you right now because you said something earlier about having you turn and then buttoning down your shirt. Yeah.
Oh, Ben's talking about chasing cars again. He
And I
was
told him
he was
that
talking about
I
that last
yeah
week or
I
maybe the
called him
week
a
before.
dog. I said that's
Yeah.
what's up, dog. But I'm saying it like you know how like Randy Jackson would say that to a homie. I'm saying that to a literal dog because he likes to chase
Right.
cars.
Not DAWG, but DOG instead.
EOG.
Yeah.
He drinks water out of one of those bowls.
Well, he might drink out of the toilet. That's what dogs
Yeah,
do a lot of
yeah,
times.
they can drink out of the toilet too, or the bathtub.
Ben, do you drink out of the toilet? I chase cars, but I'm not a dog, just in a normal way. Oh, right.
Oh, so
Just
he's a
normal,
state
just
he's
normal
a
car chasing.
yeah, he's a Pennsylvania state trooper. That's what he's trying to admit to us right now.
So I included in my songs today, I included Dracula by Tame Impala. And Ben
Uh-huh.
was just talking about, yes, I was on a podcast with him and Murphy yesterday, and
I
he told us
saw
a little
that.
bit about his experience at the Tame Impala concert over the weekend.
Was that
So
what
that
was
was,
that? I'll have to go
huh?
back and listen to that. I'll have to go back and listen
Yeah,
to that.
I was jealous. I had never before the Dracula song. I'd never heard of them before. I'd never heard the name. So I'm gonna have to go back and watch or listen to some of their other songs.
Right. Yeah, like sometimes they say, "Please stop chasing me," for example, and I'm like, "Shut up, let me have this." Ah. Ben is the
Well,
type of person that would put fake sirens and like a fake lights on the top of his car and chase people and make them pull over just so he can give them a kiss on the cheek.
oh, that's sweet.
No, but it gets creepy because one time this young girl stopped and he kissed her on the cheek and she's like, "Who are you? I don't even know you." And then Ben was like, "Don't worry, this will only take a minute." So everybody screamed and like she was trying to call for help. And then he just ran away because like he had performance anxiety or something. That's so bad. What am I doing? Okay, anyway, let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and do our famous outro before we get canceled. Um
um, so this week I am going to be on a live with Stefan Pasek on Thursday.
I got it.
Oh yeah, I was going to say hello also. Other than that, I think that's it. I don't think I've published the uh the story or the oh wait, House of the Dragon. Oh yeah, I did already publish it, I guess. No, that's episode 4. Never mind. So yesterday's episode I haven't published on my publication, but I think Ben and Peter both have. So if you want to check it out there, you can.
I'll check it out.
But yeah, anyway, this week, Stefan Pasek on Thursday evening. If you want to tune in to watch that, anybody?
So I was live with Stefan on Friday night from about 9 to 11:30 my time.
Yeah,
We had a lot
I
of
popped in for it a little bit.
You did. We had a lot of fun, and I was doing what I normally do when you come in on a live when I'm with somebody else. I'd drop little liners here and there.
Oh
So
yes, yeah.
yeah. Let's see. This week, tomorrow, as a regular recurring segment from 6 to 8 Eastern, which is no 6 to 8 Central, 7 to 9 Eastern. So it's 6 to 8 your time. We have karaoke.
Oh yeah, karaoke.
Tomorrow's karaoke again. And the rest of the week I'm free. Last week I did 4 lives. I don't think I want to do that again. That was too much. Even 2, no, 2's fine. Because both of these are fun. My regular chat with you and then karaoke. So I'm fine this week. Next week I believe we're gonna have you and I are gonna go on with Onyx Rose. Next week's her birthday, by the way. So I don't know.
We're gonna have to do something special.
I don't know if I was supposed to say that.
Oh well, it's too late. So
we'll see. We'll get something special for her.
Yeah.
But yeah, and my birthday is the week after hers. So yeah, we're pretty close. I think we're 5 days apart. But my birthday isn't going to be on a podcast day, but I'll still make a big deal of my birthday on the week of my birthday for the podcast. Yeah, so this has been Sturge Writes It Down.
And Brandon Elridge. And this another episode of Tuesdays
with
2
Gays. Yeah, we love you guys. Thank you so much for your continued support. I love seeing a lot of the same people we get regularly and getting to talk even to maybe some new ones coming up here. But no, this was great. I really enjoy us doing this every week. And next week, I believe, so this one was what, 24 or 25?
I think 24, if I got that number right. I looked back at the last one. I think I was right. 24.
Yeah, I think so. So next week will be number 25. That's magical. That's a quarter of a way to 100.
Yeah.
We'll have something big next week.
By the end of the year, we should have about 50 of them.
We'll have less than that because we missed 4 weeks.
Oh, I guess it is over halfway through the year, isn't it?
It is over halfway through the year, yeah. We'll probably
some weeks have
like 47.
Some months have an extra week in them, though.
Yeah, they do. But they're always 52 weeks in a year.
Oh, that's right.
And I believe we've actually missed 5 because we went 4 weeks without one, then we started one again, and then we missed one after that. So yeah, we're gonna end up at 47 at the end of the year. We might have to do
I don't like that.
We might have to end on a special holiday. We might have to do a special holiday one that's not on.
Yeah, I want to end on an even. I like even numbers.
So we'll do one either around Christmas or New Year's to round out 48.
We're gonna have to look at what day Christmas and New Year's are on if we're
They're not
going to be going on those.
They're not on a Tuesday. I know that.
Oh, okay. Well, I haven't looked. I don't remember what they were last year.
So the day of the week Christmas is a Friday this year.
Oh,
So
okay.
so if you're doing something on the day of Christmas, we don't have to do it on then, but I would say like maybe like a Saturday. So maybe like the day after Christmas.
Or, well, yeah, maybe the
Or the
day
day before.
we could do Christmas Eve day, maybe.
Thursday, yeah. We could do a Tuesday and Thursday that week.
Yeah, we'll see. Well, we've got plenty of
Well, I was
time.
trying.
This is
I
only
know, but I was
July,
trying.
so.
Yeah, I was trying to space it out. That's why I said Saturday because that would have been pretty much in the
Oh,
middle of
right.
both those
Yeah.
days. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just thinking my family, a lot of times they do their thing the day after Christmas, so I probably won't
Yeah.
be
Well,
able to do it then. So, but
or on Christmas if you're not doing anything on Christmas.
well,
I
that's
don't.
true. I mean, I really don't do a
I don't.
lot on
Me
Christmas
neither.
unless my friend Allie, she doesn't have family around here, and sometimes we do stuff on Christmas. So
Well, I could throw
I'll
in a
let you.
Santa suit. I could throw in a Santa suit and go down your chimney.
Oh, hmm. Um.
I mean, I've got Santa's build.
Well, can you put baby powder in your beard and
No, I'll just dye it white. I'll just straight up dye
yeah.
it white. Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll see.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks everybody. If you're
Yeah.
not
Thank you.
subscribed to us, you can do that, and you can see us again next week. You can see me on Thursday. Sturge tomorrow night.
Yep. You're coming tomorrow?
Probably.
Okay. Just remember 6 to 8 if you come.
Yeah.
Like
It
last
just
time. We didn't
depends
go
on
too much over. Yeah.
depends on my projects and stuff. Like I said,
Mhm.
I've got to take them when they're available sometimes. So just depends.
Okay. We'll
All
figure it
right.
out. All right.
Bye.
Bye.
If I can push the end button, let me find it. Oh man, every time I click it and it doesn't do it. Let me try again. Oh, there we go.